What's good, elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. Joe is a genius. What's the best way to get your cohorts in line? What's the best way to get them to see that this is a big money business and we make big money plays over here without officially telling them how much you make at said business? You leak the numbers. This looks like a music industry leak. Joe's always talking about how the big artists never let their tracks quote unquote leak without their knowledge, or they're not doing it without purpose. It's the same thing here. What would be the reason behind it? He's not trying to show us. He don't give a fuck if we know how much he makes. He's doing this for the people that A, he's hired and employed, and B, for the people that look to employ him in the future. How do you show all the sponsors, all the endorsers, all the big money media companies and conglomerates out here that you are already a force in the industry? And a lot of things can happen from this. All I have to do is deny. And because I'm the one that put the initial picture up, everyone's going to say, oh, nope, these are the real numbers. And then everyone can speculate. If I make $12 million annually off of one entity, and I'm going to consider Patreon an entity, I'm considering YouTube an entity, I'm considering Spotify an entity, Apple an entity, so on and so forth, because he's re-rocking one product 12 to 15 different ways. 12 to 15 different ways. So if I'm making all this money on my own, there's no way any of you can come in here and offer me any less than 8 figures for a year. For a year of exclusivity. And in exclusivity, I'm speaking audio exclusivity, and I'm speaking the audio and visual exclusivity. This is a big business play that's happening right in front of our eyes with a leak. What happens when instead of leaking a track like the artists do, you're able to leak a peek into the business? Fuck what they do over there. These are my numbers, and I do this weekly, I do this annually, I do this monthly, daily, whatever metric you want to go by. And I keep speaking on these views. Everybody's scoffing at, oh, he only gets 300 to 500,000 views. But they forget to mention that he's been able to get 300 to 500,000 views consecutively over the course of 10 years. And that's twice a week. I go platinum twice a week. Because I just said he re-rocks it 12 to 15 different ways. If one entity is getting, oh my God, this shit is nasty, dog. I have not stopped thinking about this, just an FYI. I seen Flip's tweets. I seen Ian's response to his tweets. We're going to get to that. I'm sure they've dropped something on Patreon as far as Ian and Mark is concerned, because I just saw them drop the Ian and Mark show on YouTube. I'm going to get to that. But these are big money plays being made right in front of our eyes. And for whatever reason, people keep thinking I'm joking, or they get frustrated that I'm constantly speaking on the money plays. Like, dog. Now, the co-hosts are going to either put their best foot forward, go all in, because that's what I got from Flip's tweet. He's about to go all in with the JBN. And you know, if I'm thinking about this all day, Flip has been thinking about this all day. And there's two ways to go about it. You're either going to go all in and realize, because of what Mark has shown, damn, there may be advancement here. I may be able to get more things here. Or you can go the reverse way, and that's the way I think Melissa Ford's going to go. You're going to be pissed, and you're not going to give your effort at all. And instead of using that to segue towards your own personal ventures, like Melissa Ford should have been doing this entire time, you're just going to speak on your personal ventures as if it's already on the same status as a JBP, and it's not. And you're going to fall by the wayside if you're going to compare yourself to Joe. as opposed to putting your best foot forward, because Joe's giving you every opportunity in the world to grow, to become a part of this. And Ish, you still could be the second right-hand man if you gave your all to the JBN. These are Patreon numbers, man. This isn't everything all put together. And we were speculating in the comments. They're like, how much do you think he makes monthly? I said 2 and 3 million. I'm probably way off on that, because I saw Danny's video this morning. Shout out to the stop. He was talking about YouTube numbers from Joe are probably like 500,000. I think Joe's making $1 million from YouTube too. Because the one thing that is a huge difference from Patreon to YouTube is Patreon does not give a fuck about the duration of time that you watch the video. They don't run ads on Patreon. You have to pay to get on Patreon. YouTube, on the other hand, nigga, I put out a 3-hour podcast twice a week, and then I clip the fuck out of it throughout the remaining of the week. I don't even put out real content on YouTube. It's literally my podcast and then points that we said from the podcast. Every time I speak on how much I make from YouTube, people are like, whatever. Or they believe me because I've shown numbers in the past, but it's because of the duration of time people watch my video. On average, 80% of the people that click on my video watch the whole video. If I put out a 10-minute video, 8 minutes and like 36 seconds, average is getting watched. And I remember when I first started, I was only getting like 2 or 3 minutes average on my videos. And it went from me getting $10, $15, $20 a video to $70, $80, $90, $100 per video, because people are watching all the way through. Could you fucking imagine what a 3-hour podcast is doing? And Joe said it multiple times. Niggas watch 80% of my podcast all the way through. All the way through. Joe's making $1 million plus on YouTube. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And it's only going up, dog, because we are so fixated on the prize picks. So if I'm one of the co-hosts, I'm looking at Mark Lamont Hill, and I'm seeing all the headway that he's been able to get and all the leeway that he's getting from Joe and Ian to do as he quote-unquote pleases, while building upon his own personal brand and contributing to ours, to the point where he's falling asleep on the set. And the co-hosts are clowning Mark for falling asleep on the set, not realizing he's falling asleep because he's working 24/7. And I don't care what y'all are doing outside ventures, because Mark, I got my own shop too. I got my own businesses outside of content that I run as well, on top of doing seminars and all that other shit. So you can't even say our life interferes with the content shit. I don't know why people continue to say this shit. Dog, you could literally record your life. And Mark is proving that. I'll record when I'm with the JBP, JBN, whatever y'all want me to do. I'm recording here. I'm going to record 6 to 7 things on my own personal network. And then on top of that, be married, have kids, and do all this other shit. And if money's not the goal, why y'all want to be famous? Or y'all just want the notoriety that comes with this? Because everything Joe is doing, each and every one of us could do ourselves. That's why I fell in love with Joe in the first place, because of that Spotify shit. When he was going on those rants saying, you niggas aren't going to dick me. That's why I fell in love with Joe. And I'm honestly going to slow walk the dog and show y'all in real time. I don't want to sign to anybody. I don't even have access to where niggas can hit me up for my email yet, because I don't move like that. We gotta talk business before I just start jumping in to bed with different content creators and different ventures of that shit. But it's because Joe was on that shit, and he was looking at millions, tens upon tens upon tens of millions of dollars, and saying no to this shit. And now it's finally coming to it's finally culminating to the point where we can see it. And people have the nerve. I've said this throughout the years. People have the nerve. I don't think Joe's shit is worth $100 million. They've said this to me in the comments multiple times throughout the years. Multiple times. And I've only doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down. If you don't think this shit's worth 9 figures now, you've lost your fucking mind. You've lost your mind. It's buy-in. It's buy-in time. It's buy-in. Because if you don't buy in, the next person will. This, if I'm one of the co-hosts, this lets me know, oh, his pockets really are kind of deep and he really can afford somebody. Because it's not like niggas is going on CNN unless you a top dog getting 25 M's a year. Niggas ain't going on CNN and getting more than $1 million a year. You think Joe, if for the right person, wouldn't pay $1 million a year? Imagine. And I don't even know like people in this sphere that I could just name off the top of my head outside of a Charlemagne that Joe couldn't just go and get and bring upon the pod. Niggas is willingly and going out of their way to try to join the pod as a guest. Could you imagine if Joe held quote unquote open tryouts? Don't let Joe get braggadocious with this shit and say, you know what, y'all niggas is lacking for real. I'm having an open tryout. Whoever wants to join the JBP, come on, we'll have a rotating cast. We'll have rotating seats just like the Breakfast Club did in real time. Don't let Joe get on that tip. But good God, like I said earlier in the video, we got multiple things to talk about today. I just wanted to get a little more thoughts off on this. Hey, y'all my community, and I know content creators normally don't do this, but me and Ian keep talking behind the scenes. What are different forms of content that I could quote unquote draw in other characters in to play out? Because I see Danny moving, and I'm not gonna hold you, that shit is motivating me. That nigga he just linked up with Julia right now. I gotta watch that after I record this. Like, oh my god, and people keep hitting me up, and I'm like, yeah man, we should do content. Well, let me ask y'all, what the fuck should we do? Because it's too much money out here, it's too many eyes, it's too much content to be created that's not being created, and we have too many people behind us to not create more content than this, because we could speak on this and be included even more than we already are. And I want to bring y'all with me. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all feel should be made over here on this channel outside of the speculation videos that we do every day, because you know that ain't stopping. I'm only going to increase that. I'm just adding more to it. But y'all let me know in the comments. I've repeated myself 4 times. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you have it. If you have, you already know how we rock, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm going to be able to show y'all here soon, but until then, peace.